Hello and welcome to another Canguro English Daily Digest. My name is Christian and today is Friday. Best day of the week. This morning I am embracing the philosophy that a messy desk is a productive desk, which is very true. And I'm going to start today's Daily Digest with a little joke, which is relevant to what we're going to talk about today. So, there is a family who goes camping in the forest. So there's the husband and his wife and the children and also the mother-in-law. Yes, this is a mother-in-law joke. So they go camping deep in the forest. And one morning they wake up and they look over and the mother-in-law is gone. And the wife is like, "Oh my God, my mum, where is she?" And the husband says, "I don't know, she's out in the forest, we should go and look for her." So he picks up a shotgun, right, and they go out in the forest looking for her. So they're walking around, they're calling, the wife is calling, Mom, where are you? And suddenly they come into a clearing, there's no trees, they come into a clearing, and there is the mother-in-law against a tree, and in front of her is a gigantic brown bear, gigantic. And the wife says, "Oh my God, what are we going to do? Look at the size of that bear." And the husband says, "We're not going to do anything. The bear got himself into this mess and he's going to have to get himself out of it." Mother-in-law jokes. They never get old. Never. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because today's word of the day is all about hunting and harking. Now, this word is a strange word because it's a very, very, very old word, a very, very old English word, but it only exists in specific phrases and in specific situations. You could say that it's like fossilized. So it exists, but people don't use it. They only use it in specific situations, like idioms or, set phrases. And one of the places we use it is in a Christmas carol which goes like this: "Hark, hark, the herald angels sing, da la 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 la, da 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 la 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 la." I don't know if you know that song, but it's a very famous Christmas carol in English. Hark, the herald angels sing. Do you have any idea what this could mean? Hark. Hark sounds very similar to another word, which is hear. So basically, hark means hear. Hear the herald angels sing. Da da da. Hear, right? Hark, hear, right? And this is one use in this song, but the most common use is in a phrase: hark back. Hark back. Now, in the past, when people went hunting with dogs, so imagine you're in the forest, you've got dogs, and you're hunting maybe pheasants or partridges or birds, right? Or maybe even deer. So you're moving very silently through the forest, and then you hear a sound. I don't know what kind of sound pheasants make. Oh! I don't know, so you hear the sound. Now, maybe you hear the sound in front of you, or maybe to the left, or maybe you hear it behind you, right? And so if a person is hunting and they hear the sound, they say, "Hark forward," which means listen forward, right? Which means basically go, because that's where the bird is. Or they might say, "Hark right." So that's where you go, right? That's where you go. It means I can hear something on the right. Or you could say, "Hark back," which means that, you hear something at the back, let's go that way. Hark back. And for some reason, this phrase, hark back, we decided to keep it in English. It's our little friend. And now this remember that human experience, the way that we use language is based in human experience. So for humans that walk forward, the future is in this direction, right? The future is ahead of us and the past is behind us. So when we hark back, it means that we're talking about the past. Okay, let me give you some examples. So imagine if I showed you this beautiful scarecrow and I say, "Ah, man, I remember when I bought this 5 years ago. I bought this 5 years ago when I was doing the summer camp," for example, right? I bought this 5 years ago when I was doing the summer camp. Or I could say, "This harks back to the time when I was doing the summer camp." Wow. So it's a verb, harks back. You can say it's harking back. You can say in the past it harked back or will hark back. So it's kind of a strange verb because it contains all of this rich story in just two little words. So this harks back to the time when I was doing the summer camp. You could say that the music of Frank Sinatra harks back to a time when men drank whiskey and smoked cigars in a separate room from the women, for example. Or you could even say that floppy disks, you remember floppy disks from computers, floppy disks hark back to an older era of computing. So hark, so there it all is. Hark. What a great phrase. And for the second part of this Daily Digest, I want to hark back to something which I've been saying since I first started my YouTube channel, which is my motto, which is stop studying and start communicating. Now, there are definitely some people who think that this is some type of like trick, right? Some type of technique, some type of little hook, right? Ha, look at him. He says stop studying. What an idiot. How are you going to learn anything without studying? But the second part is really important. Okay, what you do is you substitute the studying for the communicating, because people think that communication is not learning, right? That if you only use the language, you're not learning, but it's not true. And I have the scientific evidence to prove it. Okay, so this is a paper from 2014. It was published in PLOS ONE, so a very influential journal. And it says, when it hurts and helps to try, the role of effort in language learning. And basically what they did was they played the participants in the study, they played them these strings of invented words like this. Muku kaul tipet. Li tebe od feinot. Duba poi in mufop. Muku kaul tipet. Li tebe od feinot. Duba poi in mufop. And then, so they just played them the audio. So they sat there, played the audio, listened. And then, when they finished, they asked them questions about the word categories, about how the words, the sounds, all of this stuff, right? And then they had a second group who actually studied the words, who sat down and studied the words and the construction, and guess what? They discovered that those people who made no effort apart from paying attention actually did better at learning the grammar than people who studied. It's common sense. And this is something I'm going to talk about in the next Daily Digest, about the work of Alyssa Newport. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Digest. I'll see you in class.